Here's Jackie Bolhuis from ClampandStampers.com, coming to you from Zeeland, Michigan today. I want to show you some tips to make using the Christmas quilt bundle super easy, because you know me, I'm all about easy. Now, first off, let's take a peek at it. Real quickly, I don't want to bore you with all of the details because you can look it up, but it is in the holiday catalog. And when I first opened this, it screamed Christmas. I'm not ready to do Christmas, so we're just putting that aside, and we are going to play with the Christmas quilt set and framelits, primarily the framelits on this first card, because this set you are going to use all year long for all kinds of holidays. Now my heart is kind of in the quilting mode. That is my other hobby, but I never have time for it, and quilts take so long to make. So I have thoroughly enjoyed playing with this because now I feel like I'm quilting while I'm really stamping. Anyhow, like I said, this set has so many possibilities. So I'm going to show you just one way to use it today, and I'm going to follow up in the coming months with a whole bunch of more videos showing other ways to use these products. So we're going to start with this one. Now, we are going to use the piece that cuts out this black outline or black frame. I'm not really sure what to call it. Now, if you were to use this all by itself, I'll show you a sample here. It only cuts the little pieces. It does not cut this completely out. So there's two different ways you could do it. You could, this frame comes with it also, this nice square. You could put these together like so when you go to cut it out, and then you're going to get a complete cutout piece. Or what I found is easier, because I'm always looking to make things simpler, I cut a 3x3 piece of cardstock. Now don't worry about these measurements because I'll have a link in the description of the video that I'll send you to my blog that will have everything written down. So what we're going to do, magnetic platform, my favorite, put a cutting plate on top of it, then I'm going to set my 3x3 piece there. Don't need to use this square. I'm going to just take this one, and you can eyeball it pretty darn close enough, okay? It's kind of funny because with quilting, everything is about being absolutely precise, but with this, it doesn't really matter. Center it on there the best you can, put another cutting plate on here, and run it through the Big Shot. So I'm just going to do that for a second here. Okay, you will see when I take this off, these pieces come out really easy. Okay, I can just use my fingers and punch them out. Okay, so there's the pile of all the little pieces, and then our frame piece peels off really easy too. So basically, to make this card, I am just going to stick in new little pieces to make my quilt, so to speak. Now, I looked through all my different pattern papers and the DSPs, and the ideas are endless. You can use so many different ones, but I really like the colors that were in the, I think it's called Pick a Pattern. So I thought, let's make a quilt with those. It's kind of like going into my fabric stash and seeing what fabrics I have that coordinate. So I took some pieces of the Pick a Pattern, and I cut out, you can see here, all three of them, just using this, which gave me a little pile of all the little pieces. Now, some I've used, so they're not, you know, I used some on here, so we don't have them all yet. But there's my little pieces. Now, we need a base to have them to stick on. So I took a piece of crumb cake. Now, it can be any color, because this is just scrap. You just wouldn't want it to be black, because you want to see through it. And I cut this one 2 7/8 square, so it's just a smidgen smaller than this. Then, this is the magic, people. These are the Sizzix adhesive sheets. These are in our catalog. Honestly, I bought them when our new catalog came out, and I never used them. Holy cow, I've missed the boat. These will now be one of my favorite adhesives for so many different things I do. Anyhow, I'll show you how to use it. So we're going to cut it. It's 2 7/8 or maybe a smidgen smaller. It doesn't have to be precise. So you cut it. There's like a protective sheet on both sides here. Now we're going to peel off the backing paper, and you might get a little of the adhesive on your fingers. Okay, that's okay. So we're going to peel that off. Now hang on to this piece. I'll show you why in a second. Now this side's sticky, this side is not. So we're going to take that sticky side, and we are going to line it up. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Press it on there good. Okay, this is onto that scrap piece of crumb cake. Then you're going to peel this off. So we'll just get the edge. Now be careful touching it, because there is adhesive now all over this piece of crumb cake. So just set that down there. If you get adhesive on your fingers, you can just kind of rub them and you can rub it off. Now our little black piece that we cut out, we are going to very carefully lay this on top. Since the crumb cake's a smidgen smaller, we got a little wiggle room. Okay, so I'm going to just line this up and plop it on there. Okay, now remember I said save this because that adhesive that's on that crumb cake isn't going to stick to this. So I actually set it on here and I can rub, and that will hold down that black really nice, and it'll come right back up. So there is the base for our quilt. Let's look at our card again. And then what I just started doing is filling in these pieces. So since I did use some of them already to do the other card, I'm not cutting new ones. We'll just use these. And what if we, now they kind of will drive you crazy because they will, like this one will not fit there. Neither will that one. There's gonna be 4, oh, this one will. So we can stick that one in there. And we're just gonna, now remember that crumb cake is sticky, so you don't wanna really touch it. Let's see. What I'm doing is every other here. So let's put this one in there. And we'll put our final one in. So there we filled in the star. Ooh, I really like how that one turned out. Then let's pick one to do our corners. So we can do the 4 corners with this one. And then we need our little pieces on the side. Now you could actually put black. Yeah, you know what? I think I kind of like that. I'm putting the black pieces that I actually cut out in there. The ideas are absolutely endless, and it's really cool because they turn out different every time depending on if you use dark colors or light colors. This, when I first look at this, I don't know about you, but I see more of almost an X here as opposed to the star in the middle. Where when I look at this one, I think I see the star more. But that's how I did the quilt part of it, this piece. Now one final touch. If you're a quilter, you know that once you've pieced all these pieces together, you have to quilt it, whether you hand sew it or you sew it with a sewing machine or you use a long arm. We need some, we'll sandwich this with some other fabric, but we need to quilt this. So to do that, we're going to grab a brand new embossing folder. This folder is called the Quilted Top One, so kind of exactly what I was telling you about. Now with this, if you have the Stampin' Up! All the little stitching lines are going to be raised. If you flip it this way, all the little stitching lines are going to be more sunk in, which honestly, I kind of like that look better. So all I did was I stuck this in here and I tried to line it up with the pattern so it's somewhat straight. And then we'll run this through the Big Shot. And there you go. I don't know if you can see the texture in there, but there is our quilt block. And then I just went and finished off my card. So the purpose of this video was more to show you how to do this quilt piece using that adhesive sheets and putting it all together. As I said, there will be a link in the description that'll take you to the blog post that'll have pictures of the card with all of the dimensions. And come back, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to do a whole bunch of different techniques or ways of using this bundle of products. You absolutely are going to want to have this. And a little hint, make sure you follow my blog because come October 1st, I'm going to have a really fun special for you guys if you purchase this from me. Now, real quickly, I'm going to just flip through these just to whet your appetite. These I haven't made into cards yet, but I was playing with different cardstocks and different papers. All of these are made from the same group. I just cut one of each and then mixed and matched all the pieces. And then I grabbed the daisy paper and I thought, oh, look at these, how cool those turned out. Again, I just cut one of each, and then when I mix and match them, each one turns out totally different looking. These might be my favorite. I love the soft look on these. Wouldn't these make a cute baby card? So anyhow, thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to sharing more with the Christmas Quilt Bundle with you. Maybe I'll even share a Christmas card. We'll see. So have a stamp happy day.